What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Cullination Media, bringing you another episode of Pokemon X and Y Battle Spot Live. Today's episode is number 74, and coming into today's episode, we are sitting nice and pretty at a 31 game differential, just like we have for the past week or so, I believe, because we've gone 1-1 quite a few times in a row. Anyway, I believe our exact record is 88-57, so we're going to try to build off that today with the exact same team that we brought in the last episode. We'll see how things go, and I will go over the team again and refresh your guys' memory in just a second. But before we do that, we'd just like to remind you guys to please show some support and click that like button right below this video if you have not done so already. It helps us reach our like goal of 70 likes, helps the channel get noticed, all of that good stuff. Now anyway, looking at the team for today, we're bringing the Dragon Dance, Scrafty, Life Orb, Special Attacking, Hydreigon, Choice Specs, Sceptile, Physically Defensive, Eviolite, Golbats, Weakness Policy, Caracosta, and then the Assault Vest Escavalier. And I haven't found a lot of uses for the Escavalier on Battle Spot, to be perfectly honest, because there's a lot of Dragon types. They're running around everywhere, and they all carry like Fire Blast or something like that. So really doesn't help Escavalier's cost too much. Too much. But we're going to see how things go. Our first opponent is going to be from Japan today, and she is bringing a Hydreigon, Clawitzer, Rotom Frost, Golurk, Weezing, and Tentacruel. I love this team. This team is incredible. Incredible. Looks like she's only got the one UU Pokemon. Unless Tentacruel is still UU. I don't know. It may be RU. I honestly haven't seen a whole lot of Tentacruels just recently at all, but these are all very lower tiered Pokemon, and I have to say I like it a lot because it's very similar to what I'm bringing. Now, trying to think what I want to bring to this battle. Scrafty's not going to do a whole lot because it cannot really touch the Golurk except for maybe knockoff. Can't do a lot to the Tentacruel, can't do a lot to the Weezing. But it can do some damage to the other three Pokemon, so maybe bringing the Scrafty is a decent idea. It also has the Lumber. Yeah, you know what? Let's bring the Scrafty. Bring in the Scrafty. I think I would like to bring, not the Golbat, because he's got two Pokemon that are going to be immune to the Toxic, so that really isn't going to do us too much good. I think the Escavalier might be a decent bet here, because it's going to be able to deal a decent amount of damage to that Rotom Frost if he wants to bring that. And then I think we will bring the Hydreigon. And, well, do I want to bring the Hydreigon or the Sceptile? That is the question. That is the big question here. Sceptile can do a lot of damage to this team. You got two Pokemon weak to Grass. And you know what? No, we're going to stick with the Hydreigon. Sceptile's been putting in so much work lately. It's really hard to leave him off a team. Really is. But I think we're going to go with the Hydreigon on this one. That may end up biting me in the butt later on in this battle. I don't know. We're going to find out together. And why is it taking so long for the screen to load? What is going on? Okay. I was like, no DCing, please. No DCing. I'm not a fan of DCing. Not a fan. Not a fan at all, and my internet's been acting up, so I'm like paranoid that it's going to DC. Anyway, we're up against Rotom Frost here, so we can very safely go for a Dragon Dance on this thing. What is it going to do? It can Will-O-Wisp me, but I have the Lumberry, and then I'll outspeed it and take it out if he wants to go for the Volt Switch. That is fine as well, and our opponent will get the initiative, but then we can respond with the appropriate move, so let's just go for that Dragon Dance. See what she wants to do. She's going to Volt Switch, most likely Volt Switching out into that Golurk. That does a lot of damage. That might be Specs. That might just be a Specs Rotom Frost. Show me the Golurk. Show me the Golurk. I want to see it. No, the Weezing is coming out. That is a problem. That is definitely a problem. We can hit this thing with a knockoff, but it's really not going to do as much as I would like it to, I don't think. I really hope this thing goes for a Willow right now, because that would be like best case scenario. It definitely would be best case scenario, because I have the Lum and I'm not afraid of that at all. And there's the knockoff. It doesn't even do 50%. There's the Rocky Helmet. There's the Willow. It connects. We're going to get our Willow, or not, we're not going to get our Willow. We're going to get our Lumberry off. But that knockoff did absolutely nothing. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Alright, we're going to go into the Hydreigon here, because that is the best play, and our opponent might predict that, but a Willow really is not going to hurt me too much here. Really not afraid of it whatsoever. She does go for the double Willow, and she lands it, so I'm very happy that I did switch out there and not just leave that Scrafty in. There was no way that I was going to be able to knock it out with another move, because my coverage move, I believe, is Ice Punch. That's not going to do a whole lot to a Weezing after seeing how much that knockoff did, which is absolutely nothing. It's ridiculous how little that did. I see no reason to not go for the Dark Pulse here. Part of me wants to go for the Fire Blast in case that Rotom wants to come in, but I really don't see my opponent switching that in. So let's go for the Dark Pulse. That should take out this Weezing if she wants to leave it in. No, she's going to switch out into what? I don't think she has any resist to Dark types. I don't think. She does bring in the Rotom. I should have went for the Fire Blast. Why did I do that? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Alright. Well, that puts us in a little bit of a pickle, because if this thing is Scarfed, it can Blizzard us, and we will be dead. We'll be dead little kittens. It will not be fun. It will not be a fun time. Part of me wants to go into the Escavalier, because I can at this point. Yeah, let's actually go into the Escavalier. I don't want to risk the Scarf. I really think that it's Specs. I really do, judging by how much damage it did to Scrafty, but I am not positive. So I don't want to take that risk. There's the Blizzard. It's going to be not very effective, and we have the Assault Vest, and that really doesn't do that much damage at all. So maybe that is Scarf. So at this point, I kind of want to Pursuit this thing. I'm really thinking that this Rotom's going to want to switch out at this point. Blizzard does absolutely nothing. I'm like 95% positive that this Rotom is choiced in some manner. I'm not positive which one or which item it's holding, but I think Pursuit is our best play here. It's not super effective, so it might not kill. Oh, that's the thing. That is the thing. It's not super effective. It might not kill. From that range, it's very possible that it does not take it out. Is Pursuit our best play? Because a hit from anything else on my team is going to take this Rotom out. Honestly. Honestly, it is. I feel like the Weezing is coming in to try to burn me, and I don't know that I like that too much. Really don't know that I like that. Let's just go for the Pursuit. Maybe we will be able to finally take this thing out. She is going to withdraw, so there's the Pursuit, and it's not quite going to be enough to take this thing out, but if we can get it in this position again, it will be. The Weezing is coming out, so the burn is a thing. That's coming up unless she wants to predict. Well, this thing could have Fire Blast too, so switching in the Hydreigon isn't necessarily a bad play, and we might be able to get a Roost off as well if she switches. So that is a thing. That is definitely a thing. There's the Pain Split. That's not going to do too much to Hydreigon. In fact, it only does 7 HP worth of damage. That is ridiculous. Burn damage is going to bring us down to about half health. So that is something. Now, I don't know what she wants to switch in at this point. I really don't know what she wants to switch in at this point. If the Rotom comes in, it's going to just die. It's just going to die. That's all there is to it. So we can go for a Roost as well to try to get back up into a healthy range. I don't know what this thing would have for me other than maybe, let's see, Sludge Bomb as an attacking move. You can get T-Bolt, Fire Blast. Really not afraid of any of those attacks, to be honest. And I'm pretty sure a Dark Pulse will take this thing out if she wants to leave it in. Let's go for the Dark Pulse. I know we're missing an opportunity to Roost up, but if she brings in that Rotom, I really don't want that thing alive. Really don't. The Clawitzer is coming out, so this thing might be... Oh, geez, that is not Assault Vest at all. There's no way that's Assault Vest. We're going to see the Citrus Berry here, but I'm pretty sure another Dark Pulse will be enough to take this thing out from this range. So let's just go for it. This thing's not going to outspeed unless it's Scarfed, and I don't think it is. It's not. So that should be it for Mr. Clawitzer. That did not last too long. This team is awesome. I love this team that I'm going up against. Hydreigon's putting in some serious work, though. With the burn, we're going to survive with 8 HP. Wow, okay. So the Rotom's coming in. Yep, there it is. And we'll get to see right here if it's Scarf, because I'm not going to switch. We're going to go for a Roost on the off chance that it's Specs. No, it's going to go for the Volt Switch. Pretty sure that Hydreigon would outspeed. So it's definitely Scarf. So I don't know. I guess I was just crazy talking about the Specs damage earlier. I guess Scrafty, I don't know. The bulk isn't as real as I thought it was. That is a problem that this Hydreigon is down, though, because I really have nothing to take on this Weezing. This Weezing can burn my entire team, and I can't do anything about it. That's not good. That is really, really not good. I should have switched out and preserved my Hydreigon. Why did I do that? That was my win condition. Why did I do that? Oh, that was a stupid play. That was a really, really, really silly play. At this point, I'm guessing we have to go into Scrafty and just start, like, I don't know, continually Dragon Dancing. I don't really know what else we can do. Knockoff's going to do nothing, even at +1. We can hope that Willow misses, but that is just a terrible thing to hope for. To hope for hacks. I think this match is actually going to be a loss. It's going to be close, but I think it's going to be a loss. There's our attack and speed going up. There's the Willow. It connects. And that is big poop. That is big poop. I don't know what this Weezing is going to want to do to me, so what I'm going to do is going to Drain Punch to try to get some health back. I don't know what else I can do at this point. I don't know what attack it's going to go for. Oh, it's going to switch in the Rotom, so I could have went for another Dragon Dance. I was thinking about doing that, too. I was really thinking about doing that. So maybe this was predicting another Dragon Dance? I don't know. I don't know what this Weezing was predicting at all. I don't know anything. I don't know what's going on. But we do get rid of the Rotom, so we get a free Moxie boost, so we're at +2 now. But Drain Punch is still not going to do that much damage, and I think as long as this Weezing has some kind of like attacking move, it should be able to take us out. I really see no reason why it wouldn't be able to take us out here. Let's go for the Drain Punch, as I mentioned, and try to get some HP back. We don't know how much, but we're going to try to get some. That does absolutely nothing. Oh my goodness. We get about 9 HP back. Here comes the T-Bolt. We can't take that plus burn damage. We do survive with 11 HP, but it means absolutely nothing. We really need a Willow to miss. We really, really, really do. If she connects with another Willow, that'll be 4 Willows in a row that she connected with, because she burned the Hydreigon, she burned the Scrafty twice because we had the Lumberry, and then this Escavalier will make 4. I'm pretty positive that I do not outspeed this thing, but we're going to go for the Iron Head anyway. Not that I'm going for flinches or anything. Pain Split. That's not cool. So I'm guessing this thing doesn't have Fire Blast. I'm guessing... Whoa, Iron Head does a lot of damage. Uh-oh, okay. If you don't have Fire Blast, this is going to be close. Oh, she does have Fire Blast. Why did you go for Pain Split on the first turn? That is just silliness. But Escavalier survives because of the Assault Vest. And remember what I said? Oh, I haven't found that many uses for Assault Vest Escavalier because everything runs Fire-type moves on Battle Spot. Well, I was wrong. I was wrong because Weezing just demolished my entire team, and Escavalier pulling through in the clutch there. Holy cannoli! Oh my goodness. Okay, we're up to 89 and 57, and now they DC. Oh, that is perfect. That is perfect. That is perfect. That is perfect. 32 game differential. That is just too funny. That is too funny. I guarantee you that Weezing is getting released after this battle. That is hilarious. If we get swept 3-0 right now, I don't even care. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I thought that was going to be a loss because I did not play that well really at all, because that Hydreigon honestly was my win condition. At least earlier in the battle, it looked like that was going to be the case, to take out that Weezing, and I let it go down, and I should not have done that. But thankfully, Escavalier saved our butt. Yeah, this is going to be a loss. Look at this team. Look at this team. Look at all of the OU whorishness in this team. It's ridiculous. Lucario actually isn't OU anymore. It's UU. I think just the Mega variant is, well, it's not OU. Mega Lucario is Ubers. My bad. So we have Lucario, we have Scizor, we have Talonflame, Zapdos, Garchomp, and Politoed. So the rain is a thing. I guess that Zapdos might be carrying the Thunder. That's very possible. I don't really know. I honestly don't have anything to take on a team like this. I really, really don't. I kind of want to bring the Caracosta because at the very least we'll be able to take advantage of the rain. And we actually have a possibility of taking out a few of these Pokemon. Because Stone Edge will be able to take out the Zapdos and the Talonflame. And we should be able to take out the Lucario with Waterfall. So I think the Caracosta would be a good idea to bring here. Part of me wants to bring the Golbat, because it actually kind of just poops on that Scizor. Scizor can't do a whole lot. I mean, I can't Toxic it, which is unfortunate, but I can Toxic just about everything else on the team. So let's bring the Golbat. Why not? Let's bring the Golbat. Let's bring the... what else? What else should we bring here? I kind of want to bring the Scrafty. And then the Caracosta. Now that seems about right. The Hydreigon, I don't know how much it would help us here because Garchomp could be Scarfed and that will just poop on our day. Got the Ice Punch for the Garchomp if I really need it. Alright. I'm okay with that team. Golbat's finally going to see some action here. From what I've experienced, the Golbat actually doesn't do too well on Battle Spot. It doesn't. There's Steel types everywhere. It can't Toxic things. It has some trouble. It's great in Wi-Fi battles. 6v6 Golbat is absolutely amazing. Doesn't really matter what tier you bring it to. It just does a fantastic job. So that is a thing. Garchomp is coming in here. And I don't know what kind of set it's going to be running, and that is a problem. That is a huge problem. If it's just going to start outraging and it's Scarf, do I really have anything that's going to stop it? No, I think we're just going to get swept. To be perfectly honest, I think that's just what's going to happen. Now, I don't want to Toxic this thing. Taunt is an option in case this thing has Swords Dance, but I think it's just going to outspeed me anyway. So let's Toxic it and see what it wants to do. Rock Tomb! What? Rock Tomb? Garchomp? Are you serious? Our speed is going to get lowered from that. And I'm fine with that because Toxic is going to connect. And that is just... That is interesting. I can honestly say I was not expecting that. So Rock Tomb, what else could this thing possibly do to me? I'm a little bit confused. I kind of want to just scout with Roost here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Roost. Stealth Rock. This is indeed a utility-ish Garchomp with Rock Tomb to lower speed and Stealth Rocks. I don't know what else this thing would be carrying, but part of me wants to just taunt. It might only have Rock Tomb to hit me as far as attacking moves go, because it might have Earthquake as another attacking move. That's not going to do a whole lot. So let's taunt. Why not? What do we have to lose? Oh, it has Outrage. Okay, we have a lot to lose. That's not going to feel too good. It doesn't quite do half. And Taunt does absolutely nothing. I was thinking maybe it could have like Swords Dance. I mean, Swords Dance Rock Tomb, that's silly. That is just plain silliness. At this point, though, we can just Roost. Because he's locked into the Outrage. And judging by the damage that we saw in the last turn, I really don't think he's going to be taking us out anytime soon with that, even if he gets max damage. And yeah, it brings us down to about 22 HP. We're going to Roost off all of that damage and then some, and get us back up into a healthy range. Garchomp's taking the toxic damage all over the place. He's not enjoying that. And basically what we're going to do here is we're just going to toxic stall this thing. I really don't see another option. When it's locked into Outrage, I cannot switch anything in on that. That's just not really feasible or smart to just switch in on an Outrage from a Garchomp. So we're just going to have to hope he doesn't get a crit, basically, and just continually Roost. We are recovering more HP than he's doing in damage. And he is going to get confused after this turn, so that's great as well. I mean, that was the third turn, I believe, so he better be getting confused after this turn. And I think He's got one more turn left. Yep, he's going to survive the Toxic there. So we're going to have to avoid a critical hit yet again. Although this Garchomp might just hit himself in confusion. But my luck isn't too good with that. So with any luck, he's going to break through the confusion and get a crit on the Outrage. And my life will end because of just pure sadness. So here's the Outrage there. He's going to break through the confusion, as I said. No crit, though, so we're looking good as we're going to roost off that damage. And it's unfortunate that we had to resort to Toxic stalling tactics, basically. I mean, that wasn't the intent going into it, was to just Toxic stall this thing. But once he starts outraging, there's really not much that I can do other than sacrifice my entire team. And I'm not about to do that. So if we have to Toxic stall, that's just what it is. The Talonflame is coming in here. And I don't know what this thing is going to want to do. Probably set up. But it's faster than Golbat, so I cannot just taunt it. That's really not going to work. So I think our best option here, because it's most likely, it's either Choice Bandit or Life Orb, I would have to guess. Unless it's a different kind of Talonflame. So I think that Brave Bird is going to be our best bet here. It should do a decent amount, because Talonflame is very, very frail. The only thing I can think of that he could go for would be the Swords Dance. That would be a little bit of an issue. But he's going to take all kinds of recoil, Brave Birding. No, he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. Not a bad play at all. So this might be a like support Talonflame, and that is really cool. That is something that I want to run myself, but I haven't gotten around to actually breeding the Talonflame that I do have, that I used to use with the Choice Band. Because, I mean, using it now is kind of silly. Everybody uses Choice Band Talonflame, and it's kind of annoying, honestly. I realized how annoying of a set it was, and I decided, you know what, we're not going to do that anymore. But I just never bred a supportive Talonflame like I wanted to use. But anyway, because you got to change the nature and all that stuff. He's going to go for the Swords Dance. And Brave Bird didn't really do that much because we are burned now, but I am able to get a Toxic off on this thing, so at least we'll get some residual damage. And when he eventually goes for the Brave Bird, which might just be this next turn, he's going to take quite a bit of recoil as well. I mean, we only have 87 HP, and it's dwindling very slowly with the burn damage racking up each turn, but it's still something. It's still something. He's going to go for another Swords Dance. So this Talonflame is at +4. We still haven't seen an item, so there's no lefties. But we are going to get a Roost off, so at the very least, we'll make him take a little bit more recoil damage. The Golbat putting in way more work than it usually does here on BattleSpot. Honestly, Golbat doesn't work too well on BattleSpot a lot of the times. It gets overpowered pretty easily. But it's doing some work today, that is for sure. And it's built us a little tiny bit of a lead here, but a +4 Talonflame is nothing to scoff at. It can honestly just destroy my entire team. And we still haven't seen what our opponent's final Pokemon is going to be. So that could be the difference maker. I'm trying to think of what else they had on their team. The only thing that I'd really be afraid of would be that Lucario, because it's most likely going to be Mega. So that is scary. Mega Lucario is always scary. I know it's frail and everyone says, oh, you shouldn't be scared of it because you can kill it with anything. You can sneeze on it, you can poop on it, and it'll just die. And that may be true, but it's fast, and it can attack from both sides of the spectrum. It's got that adaptability. It can just kill everything. So it usually takes out at least 1 or 2 Pokemon before it finally goes down. Anyway, this Talonflame has the Roost too, so taunting this would have been the best possible thing that I could have done because it's just been spamming the Swords Dances, the Roost, the Will-O-Wisp. So this is kind of sort of a support Talonflame-ish. I mean, it probably would be running the Tailwind and U-Turn over the Brave Bird and Swords Dance, but it only has the one attacking move, mono attacking Brave Bird with SD, Will-O-Wisp, and Roost. And I did not taunt it. And that might just cost me the match. That was a terrible way to play that. I played the Garchomp decently, but to be fair, I mean, how much skill does it really take to just hit the Roost button constantly? That really wasn't a skillful or tactful victory over that Garchomp. But we can bring in the Caracosta here. We are going to resist the Brave Bird. We're going to take the Rocks damage, because I forgot that he set up the Rocks in BattleSpot. That's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy, if you ask me. I still think a Brave Bird is going to take us out. I really, really do. At +4, Talonflame is so powerful. At least he'll go down to the recoil from it. Part of me wants to, like, Shell Smash. This thing might predict that and go for a Willow. I mean, this is his last turn. It pretty much has to Brave Bird, right? Pretty much has to. I guess what I want to do here is go for the Aqua Jet, and the off chance that it predicts something else and goes for a Willow, maybe predicting me to switch, or I don't know. I feel like that's kind of far-fetched, though. I feel like that's kind of far-fetched. I don't know. I'm in a bad position here. It's going to go for the Brave Bird. We're going to see how much it does. Caracosta does have great defense, but at +4, Talonflame is just too powerful. Oh, it survives. We survived. We should have went for the Shell Smash. Not the Aqua Jet. Why did I do that? In the back of my mind, I was thinking, you know what, we should Shell Smash because it's just going to Brave Bird. It's its last turn. It's going to die no matter what it does. Why would it Willow? I've got stuff getting inside my head. But we can't be too upset because we just, I don't know, we had a fantastic first match. That was awesome. Absolutely awesome. So the Lucario is coming in here, and that pretty much is going to be the match. I don't think, yeah, Mega Evolution. That sucks. That sucks. On the bright side, though, I mean, look at that shiny Mega Lucario. That's pretty darn cool, I have to say. He's gonna go for the Extreme Speed, and we survived that, so I should have went for the Waterfall. I could have played this so much better and had a... that's not cool. That's not cool. I could have just played this way, way better. Caracosta survived twice when I thought he was going to go down. And that was just... I did not get off nearly as much damage as I should have. I mean, the Shell Smash, and then we would have been faster than the Lucario, I think. So we could have at least gotten a +2 Aqua Jet off on it. We couldn't go for Waterfall because with our defense dropped, we would not have survived that Extreme Speed. But it's all what ifs at this point. Scrafty's coming in. Close combat is going to be a one-shot. There's no way we can survive that. Nobody runs Focus Sash. Scrafty, including me. So that's going to be a loss for us. I believe that brings our record to 89 and 58. Hopefully I'm correct on that loss total. That sounds about right, though, because we won one and lost one yet again. So that brings us back down to the 31 game differential. And, yeah, this was a really fun episode. Lots of ups and downs, just a lot of ups at the beginning, and my play really just... It really wasn't that good at all, to be fair. This entire episode, even though I won that first match, I really don't think that the plays that I made were that good. So I kind of got away with one at the beginning, but it was a lot of fun nonetheless. So I want to thank you all for watching, as always. Also, do not forget to leave a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it, because it does help out a lot. It helps the channel get noticed, helps with motivation, helps with all kinds of things. So I will see you all for the next episode, but until then, game on!